This one in a millionth chance event that happened on China's live stream and started his downfall is nothing but God. Look at God. Now, Chan ran across a black woman with whom he had apparently slept with in the past. And she got straight to bootlicking. Chan's career is officially over before it even started. Now, the very same people who supported his racist antics no longer support him because the real him just got exposed. It even began. Now, those who encourage his racist behavior no longer back him since he was just made public. This particular one in a millionth probability event that required the position on China's live broadcast, which has caused his demise, is nothing more than God. Take a look at God. Chad now came on to apparently he slept with a black woman within the past. Oh, I see. Additionally, she received all the way to bootlicking. Well, nice white man. White man, you're not racist. Oh, you were kind to me.
I don't really remember you, but you do look familiar.
Are you still in there, or you just check now?
No, I'm Dalton. I've always been Dalton, but I am a Chud.
Right, but you're not my Dalton. You used to come to my house, I fed you.
Yeah, you were cool. I don't remember you that much, but I do remember I know you. See, we got roots. Hey, you scared me a little bit when you came up like that.
You helped me when you were following Liver King, but before you were following Liver King, you used to sell me weed. I fed you before.
It's been a long time. But I healed your stomach by teaching you how to eat real food?
Yes, yes. So that's
what was your name again?
I'm Lana, but that's
Lana.
why I'm confused what happened to you, because you're not racist. I know that. I fed you.
But so you believe in freedom of speech?
I do.
So I should be allowed to say right?
Right, but you
then that's the only point. That's it.
People don't have emotional intelligence. They can't.
Is that my fault?
But listen, you gotta be careful because
Hola, mi amigo.
This entire situation got zero heroes involved. Every single person in this story played the villain role at some point, and that's what makes this whole thing so messy. She walked right up to Chud acting like, oh yeah, of course you can say the N-word. These black people just don't understand emotional intelligence, Chud. I'm different from them. I'm one of the good ones. Girl, she immediately jumped straight into the bootlicking without hesitation. But hold up, because reality eventually smacked her in the face hard. She finally realized these people never respected her to begin with, no matter how badly she wanted approval or thought she was different from everybody else. And once that happened, those Chud pages allegedly started clowning her publicly like she meant absolutely nothing to them. They were posting disrespectful captions, making degrading jokes, and talking about her in the wildest way possible online. Listen, you gotta understand how extreme a situation has to get for one of these pink pill divestment spaces to completely flip on somebody connected to them. There's almost nothing a white dude can do to lose support from certain people in those circles, and that's what made this backlash stand out even more. But apparently, things changed after she saw the kind of captions Chud was allowing to be posted, and the way people around him were speaking about her publicly. That's when she came back online and responded directly, even alleging that Chud had roughed her during their interactions together.
What's up, y'all? Lily Venus here. Pretty the big literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work, right? But in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men. We sign NDA agreements. I talk about me pegging all the time, but I never tell you names because discretion is key. Confidentiality is why my client list is so long. But Chud mentioned it first. I think that he said it the way he said it because the white supremacists were probably like, ew, you used to hang out with a black girl, shame on you. So they had to make it sound good.
You really had no business out here moving like that, man. You know you had no business throwing it back on that Jason Love 3500 setup like everything was sweet. Listen to this. She basically exposed the entire situation and brought all the private business straight into the spotlight. Before Chud was online throwing around slurs and trying to clown liberal white dudes about their relationships, people started realizing he allegedly had his own strange obsession going on behind closed doors. Girl, the internet started looking at him completely differently after that. The way she described it, Chud was moving recklessly, with zero dignity and absolutely no self-respect attached to any of it. According to her claims, this wasn't some one-time thing either. It was allegedly becoming a regular nightly routine involving props and role play that had social media losing its mind. Now listen, most people involved in those kinds of activities usually start small and ease into it without making a huge spectacle online. A lot of them begin with the basic Jason Love level and don't even pretend they're uncomfortable talking about it. But Chud apparently wanted something way more extreme from the jump, and people online instantly started clowning him for it. At the time, Chud was also a much bigger dude physically, somewhere near the 300 to 400 pound range, which only added more fuel to the jokes spreading across social media. According to her, he allegedly wanted the Rico Strong 7500 level, meaning the biggest and wildest version possible, and she was not shy about putting those details out there publicly. And listen, people believed her, because Chud himself had already admitted to the world that they used to mess around together at one point. So once she started talking, the internet immediately ran with the story and turned it into non-stop humiliation content. Chud, man, having all these secrets and skeletons in the closet while still trying to preach online like you above everybody else is exactly why people started calling him out. And no cap, the craziest part is that he still kept showing his face publicly afterward like none of it even happened.
Here's the thing. I'm an egregore too. Lily Venus, hi. Hail the Great Mother. So I am all about enlightenment, controversy, occultism, witchcraft, and of course, love. So me talking about this is what my brand is about. Let's expose it, bro. So yes, with a big,
They blurred the image out so nobody could fully see it on screen, but according to her, that thing was absolutely enormous and low-key terrifying to even look at, and the internet instantly lost its mind trying to process the idea of this man allegedly throwing it back on something that extreme regularly. Hold up, because at that point, people started joking that Chud had reached expert-level status in what they called flexible boy activities. Nah, scratch that. Folks online weren't even calling him a student anymore because they said he had graduated way past beginner level. They were clowning him like he was the actual professor teaching a full doctorate program on that type of behavior. Girl, the jokes got completely out of control after that. People genuinely could not understand how somebody could allegedly handle something that massive and still hop online the next day acting tough and judgmental toward everybody else. And that's really what made the backlash explode, because the internet loves exposing hypocrisy more than anything.
Dalton since like 2015. He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such like the cutest way. Now
Chud, listen, man, you really had no business putting yourself in a situation like this in the first place. Hold up, because now reality is starting to hit in the worst way possible. The harsh truth is the same crowd that laughed at your edgy jokes and supported you while you were being racist online only liked you because they thought you were entertaining. But listen to this. As much as those people may hate black folks, there's another group they clowned even harder. Dudes they believe are secretly involved in flexible activities behind closed doors. And girl, that's where everything started flipping against him fast. The same audience that once hyped him up suddenly began turning on him the second these allegations and screenshots started circulating online. One minute, they were treating him like a hero for saying wild stuff on the internet, and the next minute, they were dragging him across social media with non-stop jokes and humiliation posts. And no cap, that's the danger of building an audience around hate and shock value, because eventually that same energy circles back around on you.
he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more, so I probably wouldn't again. But I'm wondering, did you bring that up because you want to spin the block? Now, when I first he was a virgin, and I'm having a hunch that he probably hasn't been since me and my ex-wife. We can start small, buddy. I got you, but you don't have to cap. Like, if you're gonna say that, we say the whole truth, okay? Now, with that being said, why do I peg? Because it's a hustle and it helps me get through college. I'm still in college, but now I don't have a choice. I will forever be a top because I had a surgery 3 years ago. The doctor up and chopped my coochie off. You don't believe me? The link is in the bio. I have been this way my whole life. My ex-girlfriends can vouch for me. I am a top. I men and I women with my bisexual, the is gay. And that's just that on that. I don't know what else y'all want me to say. So I'm not going to give this any more attention. Today is Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. I'm not bringing this into next week. Stop asking me where can you find Chud. He's on Broadway. The same way I found him, you can go find him too. Bye.
Am I shocked that Chud might be a flexible boy behind the scenes? Honestly, not really. What actually caught people off guard was allegedly how far he was willing to take it based on the stories and accusations being thrown around online. Girl, when she started describing him throwing it back and acting wild on this so-called Rico Strong level, the internet completely lost its mind. Folks were clowning him, saying even some natural-born women wouldn't know how to move like that in the situation she was describing. And that's when the memes, jokes, and nonstop roasting really exploded across social media. So nah, the flexibility allegations themselves didn't surprise a lot of people because the internet has already seen similar stories surrounding controversial online personalities before. People immediately started bringing up figures like Nick Fuentes, claiming there were already videos and rumors online that critics used to question his public image too. The point people were making was that a lot of these loud internet personalities spend so much time attacking others publicly while allegedly hiding completely different lifestyles privately. But hold up, because even with all the backlash against Chud, the woman involved wasn't automatically getting treated like a hero either. The speaker made it clear he felt like everybody involved in this situation played a role in creating the chaos, and that there were no innocent people in the story. Watching her stand beside Chud earlier and allegedly defend him while talking down to black people made a lot of viewers uncomfortable and skeptical of her intentions from the start. Because of that, he openly said he wasn't rushing to support her financially or blindly treat her like a victim without hearing a real explanation first. He basically said if she ever came forward for a real conversation and explained why she was allegedly bootlicking and defending that behavior, then maybe people could reconsider how they viewed her afterward. And now, after getting dragged online herself, she finally responded publicly to all the criticism surrounding her relationship with Chud and tried to explain her side of everything. But listen, even after hearing her response, he still wasn't fully convinced she had redeemed herself at all.
You know, I got some more tea on Chud the Builder, and y'all aren't going to believe this. Almost 100K on his GoFund. What happened? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lily Venus, and I am live in the flesh with an update on Chud the Builder. Do y'all like my cowboy hat? What are you going to say? I'm defending him because I got a cowboy hat on? Stupid. Anyway, sorry. That was to all the idiots yesterday on my But if you are new here, yes, I did personally talk to Chud the Builder, and he was nice to me. And of course he was nice to me because I knew him before he was Chud. Literally, not just me. There are several people that are now coming clean that, hey, we used to kick it with this guy. But guess what? Dalton has passed away. Moment of silence for Dalton. He has passed away. Dalton has been dead for a while now. We are not looking at Dalton. The body is Dalton, but the spirit is Chud. And guess what? You want to know what I found out? Your favorite politicians, your local doctors, and your local lawyers are sponsoring him. Which is why, once again, I told you guys, don't chip out. Don't react, because this is all a psyop. First of all, look at the name, Chud the Builder. If you know anything about Freemasonry, I don't even need to say anymore. Like, it's a psyop. It's a psyop to push the New World Order, Agenda 2030, to incite a race war. So every time y'all do something, you're helping them. You're helping them push their agenda a little bit further. And the reason why he's now acting out against his own people, white people, is because he needs to become so nationally known that when somebody does take him out, and if it's one of us, there's your race war. But y'all are so stuck on me telling y'all to not react and coming at me for looking sleepy after I worked a 22-hour shift, telling me I need to be raped and killed because I'm asking you to not react to this. But yeah, go ahead and react while you do it, please. That's just going to inspire our politicians and doctors and lawyers to give him more money. Don't believe me? Look at the GoFund and research all the names that...
I'm not really rocking with that excuse. And hold up, the same energy flooded my last comment section when I called out the other dude for getting way too comfortable around Chud. Listen to this. You do not have to scream, crash out, or get overly emotional when dealing with somebody like Chud. But you also do not shake his hand and start acting submissive the second he tells you to calm down.
There's a difference between staying composed, refusing to react, and straight up co-signing somebody while they disrespect your people in real time. She stood right there while he casually said the N-word to her face, and instead of checking it, she started talking about how black people who get offended must have low emotional IQ, saying, "You're not racist, Chud. I don't know what they're talking about." Girl, that is way different from just not feeding into negativity. Y'all saw how the officers dealt with Chud, too. They weren't buddy-buddy with him at all. They kept him at arm's length and treated him coldly the entire interaction. They were not walking up laughing, hugging, shaking hands, and acting like he was cool with the community after everything he was saying. That's the issue right there, because once you start smiling in his face and publicly validating him, all you're doing is giving his audience confirmation that his behavior is acceptable. So nah, I'm not buying the whole "I was just trying to not act emotional and give him attention" explanation, because listen, did you really have to hug the man after all that? Then on top of that, you started talking down to black people like they lacked emotional intelligence just because they didn't tolerate disrespect, and that's where a lot of viewers checked out completely. I'm still not fully convinced by her response, but I will say this: thank you for exposing Chud, because you won't believe this. The internet finally got to see a side of him a lot of people already suspected existed. Now I want to know what y'all think in the comments, because did any of y'all honestly expect these allegations about Chud and the Rico Strong situation to come out like this? And if you're still here watching, click the video on screen right now to see why Ari Spears is facing major backlash after disturbing allegations resurfaced. And send this video to somebody if you want to help it go crazy online.